From the Auburn Records collection, we want to thank our good friend Bill Peters from Auburn Records for allowing us to play his bands, and that was Breaker with Get Tough from the Breaker, or Get Tough release from Breaker.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Another Cleveland band that Bill fostered along the way. Now, Bill's been in the business for how long? 35 years?
5 years.
Yeah. And he's put out some pretty quality material with, some of his bands, Breaker and Wretch. He had Wretch, right? Yeah.
Aftershock, Shock Paris. He's had some big bands, some decent sized bands, man. He's done well.
Yeah, they never seem to have done huge in the U.S., but they always seem to have done well over in like Germany.
Yeah,
places like that. So Bill was kind of like in the wrong place.
Yep, Bill. If Bill had his way, he'd probably live in Germany. So
he's attended like Wacken and things like that.
Oh, several times. Probably 5, 6, 7 times at this point.
Yeah. So what does Bill do now? Is he still actively involved with the record label, or what?
He doesn't do it as much as he used to, but I mean, he still puts out a couple of releases a year, and he's still in the music business a little bit. I don't want to say exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, but obviously he does his radio show on Fridays, which is Metal on Metal.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's still involved.
But he got into the independent record deal, long before a lot of people did.
Sure he did. Mm-hmm.
So we should have Bill back on the show. It's been a long time since we've had Bill on.
Yeah.
And, I've never really got his whole story about how he even got started and when he started Auburn Records, but Bill was kind enough to allow us to have access to his whole catalog.
Yep, exactly.
Of bands and stuff, and it's all quality stuff.
Yeah. Dude, we've done, without trying to get all into it, we've done pretty well with the music that the labels and whatnot the labels and the bands have been letting us do. It's been really, really surprising. It's been a pain in the ass dealing with lawyers and shit for the last month trying to get this all worked out, but it's all working. And as you saw, and the fans haven't seen yet, but you've seen, there's a whole lot of music to play, isn't there?
There is. There's tons of bands to play. So
tons of bands and more coming every day. And as we're finding out, a lot of the bands that people know, we might be able to get to play. We just have to reach out to them individually and get some verbal or some written okays.
Sure.
But looks like we're going to be getting, like we got something like Veronica is on board. I don't know if I told you that.
Yeah, you did.
But Veronica's in for all 4 of her records plus her solo record. So we could play all that, if we want to. And, we'll see what Don says, should he ever call.
Yeah.
And, and slowly but surely we can reach out to different bands, Lynch Mob and Mr. Big and, different bands I'm going to reach out to and see what they say, people that I know. And then we'll branch further.
Sure.
We'll make this work.
Yeah, it's working so far.
Yeah. And even if we didn't ever add another band, we got enough to do at least a year without repeating a song.
Easily.
So we're fine.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah. And I've been discovering a lot of cool fucking bands, dude. I'm telling you got to go get it if you haven't got it yet. That Addicts Demon. That fucking band rocks, dude.
And who are they? Who are behind them? Or are they an independent release?
Records.
Okay.
Pure Steel Records.
Okay.
And they gave me like access to like 100 albums, and all of it is pretty good. I mean, there's 1 or 2 that are not great, but it's all recorded well and it all sounds good. And most of it is well worth a listen. A lot of it sounds like Iron Maiden, but that's not a bad thing.
No.
But that's their niche, is they're like into that galloping power metal thing. So having 100 albums of that doesn't suck. Everybody's been cool, dude. I'm really surprised how easy this has been. Actually, I hate it. I hate that Corey's out of business, but nature of the beast, I guess. Dude.
Yeah.
This fucking industry just fucking itself for no real reason.
Now, have you had contact with Corey since he shut down?
Oh yeah, sure.
So, is he over it now, or?
I don't know. He was listening to a lot of Chester Bennington and Soundgarden. A little worried,
if that's any indication.
Yeah, I don't know. No, he's fine. I mean, he's on to another. He's on to another project that's coming soon that I won't announce, but I think I'm helping him with it, and I think I'm doing some web work for him and stuff. So there's another project coming.
Sure.
Like everybody else in this dumb industry, you move on to the next thing.
Very cool.
I don't think anybody ever just gets out of it, do they?
No, I mean, obviously it's a passion for anybody who's been in it for any length of time.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've seen some of our friends and contemporaries who have jumped, were in it for a long time, and then they jumped out, and then they jumped back in. Like, I was curious as to, what happened to Hairball John and his retro vinyl show.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened to that? I mean, he did, 4 or 5 episodes or something, and...
Yeah. And that was it.
They just kind of lost interest and just wasn't quite...
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have any knowledge of that. I do talk to Hairball John every once in a while. Not often. Not like weekly or anything. But I honestly believe that when the Acid Chimp died, he lost his interest in doing it anymore. That was like his opportunity. Be like when with me and you, really. If one of us was done, the other would. I don't think we'd continue on.
No, I mean, hell, when you were gone for 2.5 years, I continued on, but not looking for a new co-host.
Yeah, but if I left again, I think that'd be it.
Yeah, that'd be it. It'd be over.
And if you left, it would obviously be it. There'd be a goodbye show, and that's it. That it just part of it is just hanging with your buddies, I guess. And I think with John, he doesn't have the same passion for it. Because I mean, literally this week I saw that he was selling all his CDs. He's out at a flea market or something this weekend with all his CDs for sale. So
is that in London in a CMS tent?
It's funny.
He's poking his head out.
Dude, looking at that hat, I gotta tell you something, and you're gonna be stunned by this. I'm gonna say something nice about somebody I never say anything nice about.
Okay.
So I'm watching Sharknado 5 last night.
Yeah, I saw you made a comment about Bret Michaels.
Yes. He was fucking hysterical in
He actually, it's probably how I felt about Tom Arnold in that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Oh, True Lies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never liked Tom Arnold. I always thought he was a douchebag.
Right.
And he did a really good job in that True Lies movie, and it changed my whole, I thought, goddamn, Tom Arnold was actually funny in that.
Well, this is not changing my opinion.
No, I don't mean change your opinion, but you actually give the guy props for a change.
I will give him props. He's in the movie maybe a minute and a half. It's literally a cameo. But it was really fucking funny, and he literally gets killed twice, which is awesome. I mean, he gets hit by a bus, and then he gets eaten by a shark.
Nice.
So it's like a double whammy of Bret Michaels taking a pounding, but at the same time he gets hit by the bus, and then he's playing guitar while being dragged by the front of the bus. It was fucking funny. I just got to give I never give Bret Michaels anything because he's such a cunt. But he's pretty fucking good in Sharknado 5.
Well, that's good.
And it's at the beginning, too, so you don't even have to watch
You don't even have to watch the whole movie just to see that part.
The movie was fucking funny. I ain't going to lie. I laughed and laughed through the whole thing. That was a quick 2 hours. It's stupid as fuck, but it was funny. It was a very funny show.
So is Tara Reid in this as well?
Yeah, she looks terrible.
Yeah, what happened to that girl?
I know she was so hot for a minute.
Yeah.
But she just looks awful now. And the movie itself was fucking god awful. It was so stupid. But it was funny. I was laughing out loud through a lot of the movie. Because it's just so cheesy and so campy, but funny.
Yeah.
Interesting watch, to say the least.
Which is what, and this is version 5?
Yeah. Sharknado 5.
Holy shit.
Dude, they've all been. The only one I really didn't care for that much was the first one. Because the first one, while it was campy, I almost think they were trying to be a little serious in that one.
Okay.
And then in the other ones have all just been, schlocky, kind of in the same vein of like those, those spoof movies where they spoof a bunch of movies.
Right. Yeah. Kind of like a Not Another Teen Movie and stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. That's kind of where they're at with the Sharknado movies now, and they have a lot of guest stars in them, and you recognize a bunch of people, but it's all guys that are like really, really like C-level guys, like the dude from the Night at the Roxbury movie, whatever his name was.
No, which guy?
The guy that broke the window in Night at the Roxbury. When they're not Will Ferrell, but the other guy.
Oh, okay, that little guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, yeah, I don't know his name, but
yeah,
he was
gone to shit.
Yeah,
and now he's in Sharknado 5.
Okay,
and he's like a player in Sharknado 5.
All right,
and just Bret Michaels was in it, and they just had different people in the movie and little short cameos here and there, and it was kind of funny, stupid funny, but funny.
Yeah, so it's almost like Scream.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. It was just a funny,
It was just a goofy montage of.
Yeah, Chris Kattan. There you go, Kendall. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's a movie about fucking sharks killing people out of a tornado.
Sure.
It's dumb as shit. But I ain't gonna lie, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Worth the time.
Yeah. Well, speaking of watching stuff, since we're on that subject, did you get to watch that Betting on Zero or not?
I did not. I literally pulled it up. I was saying this to my son the other day. I am turning into the fucking millennial when it comes to attention span. I literally pulled it up, looked it up on Netflix. It was on the screen, and it said, I've been watching that show Ozark, which is really, really awesome. And I saw the movie. I was all ready to click it, but then I saw that there was a movie or a series on El Chapo.
Oh yeah, I saw that pop up too.
Watched like 6 episodes of it until showtime. I just fucking diverted right over at like 2:00, and I literally watched until it was time to do the show.
Right.
Didn't stop. Watched 6-7 hours of El Chapo today.
Oh, look at you.
And that's fucking awesome too. I didn't know anything about that guy. Wow, he was a fucking player.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to fuck with any of those guys.
No, of course not.
What is it? But there's like always guys fucking with them. What is wrong with people? How do you fuck with those guys?
Well, because they're willing to take the gamble to try to overtake that position.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just like, if I could topple the king, maybe I'll be the king.
Yeah. But even like they were showing that Chapo guy, the way he got to power was he was working for another cartel guy, and he went around that guy directly to Pablo Escobar and said, I can get your drugs to you like 2 days quicker than he can. And Escobar told him, he said, okay, but if you don't, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, you better deliver.
And he delivered, but it's like, who takes that kind of a risk?
Well, again, I guess, as the old Stephen Piercy or the Arcade song is, when you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess you could go from rags to riches, if you win that lottery or you somehow make that happen.
Yeah.
I mean, these people did not come from a life of privilege.
No, they definitely didn't.
So it's worth that to them, because it's like, well, I could live in squalor the rest of my life and live hand to mouth.
Right.
Or I could take the gamble of a life and be a king.
Yeah, and Chapo did. He was king for a while.
Right.
And then even when he got caught, he just fucking paid off the cops. That was awesome. He literally turned himself in and said, look, I'll give you $2 million if you let me go. And they said, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Like $2 million, fuck yeah, let's do it. It's crazy.
Well, again, when you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by those cartels, though. I mean, how lucky do you have to be one of those guys to rate like Escobar? How lucky was this guy to go that many years without getting gunned down or caught or making any mistakes? You know, I mean, how many years did he go? I mean, he when he got gunned down, he was what, in his 50s?
Right.
So he was basically a cartel kingpin for 25 of that, right?
For a
Something
good
like
part
that?
of it, but I mean, you know, he got into it obviously at the right time when they were, you know, transporting all those drugs into South Florida.
Sure.
And the U.S. had an appetite for cocaine and drugs.
Right.
And then there was that godmother, that Zelda, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
She lasted a long time too, but then when she served her jail time and she got deported back, she got gunned down.
Yeah, they took her out.
Yeah.
I know. It's just, but it's amazing to me, like Escobar especially, how long that guy went without ever fucking up. He never, I mean, he's one guy and half the world is trying to take him down and they couldn't get him. That's amazing to me. For decades, they tried to get him and couldn't get him.
Yeah. Well, he definitely knew how to surround himself with loyalists.
Yeah. And
he knew how to eliminate the ones who were not loyal to him.
Yep, he definitely did. And I saw one of the I'm like I said, I'm fascinated by this shit. And I saw in a documentary that he used to just bury money because he had nowhere to put it. So he would bury it all over the fucking woods. And part of he took into account loss because the money would go bad, and by going bad it would rot away.
Right.
From being buried in the fucking rainforest or whatever. But he would he would dig holes and bury like $10 million.
Sure.
Because he had so much fucking money.
Yeah,
he couldn't
you gotta wonder what the motivation is to keep going when you got so much money you can't get rid of it all. You know,
the only thing I could think of is that because of who he is, he can't hide. He just can't. You know, he can't get. You know, it's not like a rock star that makes their money and can just disappear. You know, even with all that money, he can't go do anything with it. He can't just go and say, well, fuck it, I'm retired now. I'm going to live on an island. You know, because they'll come and get him and arrest him.
Right.
So, you know, I guess since he can't get out of it, he just keeps doing it. They got to know that they're going to get killed eventually, don't you think?
Well, I'm sure that they know they're going to meet their demise somehow.
Yeah, they can't be thinking they're going to retire.
Yeah, I used to deal drugs, but I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, well, the only guy I know is the guy that we had here on the show, Rick Ross.
Yeah.
That's the only guy I know that used to do it and just said, I'm done. I'm out of that game now.
Well, I think what ended him was obviously going to jail.
Yeah, well, he did 20 years, but...
Yeah, so that kind of ends your career right there.
No, he could have gone back.
True.
And Eddie Rocks, yes, I have definitely watched Cocaine Cowboys and Cocaine Cowboys Reloaded.
Yeah.
I have watched both of those documentaries. They're excellent.
Very good.
Yep.
Just, it's crazy that, obviously they're in a poorer country that's very corrupt.
Yeah.
So it's not like they got any kind of real law and order there that are really interested in stopping them.
Oh, no, not at all.
So if anybody's going to intervene, it's going to be somebody from the U.S.
Right.
Because nobody else really cares.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But it's fascinating stuff to me, and El Chapo was definitely... I can't wait till the show's over so I can go watch the rest of it.
Nice.
I probably won't go to sleep tonight. I'm probably just going to stay up until the morning and watch the rest. I'm literally thinking about it. I can't wait till fucking we're done here tonight so that I can watch the rest.
I want to go watch TV.
Yeah. Well, that's my new life, man. Did I tell you, since we're just rambling right now,
right?
Did I tell you about the singing gig that I have coming up?
What, with Randy?
With Randy.
Yeah.
So apparently he heard me singing rodeo that one week
Okay.
on the show. And I hit him up. I said, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, we're playing on the 8th of September, or whatever the date is. I think it's the 8th.
Okay.
And he's like, and I was like, hey, I'm going to come out. He's like, well, why don't you come up and sing? I was like, all right, I think I will. So I'm going to go up there and sing rodeo.
So where is he playing?
Geneva at the it's some kind of biker thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I got all kinds of little things going on now, considering that I'm kind of a homebody right now. I'm doing that. And then I got asked to, and I'm going to do stage intros for the babies on October 1st. So that should be fun.
Where are they playing?
What's the name of something supper club? The Music Box Supper Club?
Yeah.
I've never been there.
Don't know anything about it.
It's some new club somewhere, but somewhere in Cleveland. But I'm going to go there and do the stage intros for the babies. That should be fun. And just trying to add a couple of little things to do, because Lord knows I'm sick to death of being in the fucking house.
Sure.
Ugh, just fucking not my speed. Just constantly staring at the same fucking four walls.
Could you imagine being incarcerated?
No, I really can't. Although if they gave me a computer or a TV, I'd probably be okay.
Right.
But if I had a TV or a computer, I'd probably make it through it, I guess, for a while. But, just staring at walls or reading books or whatever, yeah, I would definitely fucking Chester Bennington myself. I wouldn't last long.
Yeah.